Module 3, Exercise 4. Here we are going to use a reducer. We're going to report the total value in the study area. And we're also going to save our raster layer to the Google Drive. So let's start with calculating the sum of the ETIA. So what we had was the total value in the pixels. Here's a new variable, stats, which is the clipped result from exercise 3. And then I use reduce region. These are the functions to reduce it for a certain area, so like zonal statistics. So it needs a geometry over which you want to reduce the data. And the scale, which is in fact the pixel size. And this is the level 1 vapor data of 250 meters. So let's fill in this dictionary. The reducer that we are going to use here is the sum. And the geometry is ULB. And the scale is the 250 meter pixels. And then we can print the result. This is non-spatial. I have some text here to illustrate what the value means. So the total ETIA is, and then the variable stats. And when I run it, I see that there's one object with a value. And there it's an entry of a dictionary. So to do this better and to just get the value out of it, we use the get function and then the key of the dictionary, which you can just copy. And then we can also mention the units. So the total amount of millimeters within the polygon. So the sum of all pixels. And there on the right side we can read then the result. Of course we want to use this result also in a GIS, so we can save the clipped image to Google Drive. And we use the export function, export.image.toDrive, and that also has a dictionary. First we define which image we want to save, and that's the clipped one. We need a description, which is a string, the total ETIA of April 2021 of ULB. Define the folder where you want to save it on your Google Drive. I have a folder Earth Engine where the Earth Engine results go. And then the file name, which is just a prefix. It will automatically add the extension. I'll call it ETIA.tot. Then the region ULB and the scale 250. Now I click run and it will run the code, but you will see that tasks, the tab becomes orange, and we can click then on run, and there it needs a task name which has no spaces. So I'm going to change this to total ETIA and remove the rest. You can still change the settings there, but I keep it as we have done in the script. Then it takes some time to export this to your Google Drive. And once it's done, you can click there on the question mark and choose Open in Drive. You can download it and then open it in QGIS. Give it a styling. I use here Viridis and then invert it. And there's the result, and you can use this in your further analysis. Now for the assignment, apply this also to your own study area. And for November 2020 again, and provide the link in the assignment. Good luck!